you're tuning into something different, something deeper. Welcome to a space where the unseen becomes seen, where the patterns beneath reality are decoded. This isn't just a podcast, it's a journey into the mechanics of belief, perception, and the multidimensional truths shaping our world. If you've ever felt like an outsider looking in, questioning the systems you're told to follow, you're in the right place. This is The Outcast, the Pattern Podcast. Let's dive in.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're looking into something fascinating, maybe a bit hidden. Ancestral contracts. These are like pre-birth agreements, soul agreements that might be shaping your life right now without you even realizing it.
Exactly. Think of them as unseen blueprints, maybe chosen before this lifetime.
And the idea is they can influence patterns, challenges, all sorts of things.
That's right. Our goal today is really to unpack this. What are they? How might they be showing up for you? And importantly, can you actually change them?
Moving towards more freedom, more personal sovereignty. Okay, let's start there. What exactly are these ancestral contracts?
Well, fundamentally, they're commitments, often made at a soul level before incarnation. And they can impact your life path, your consciousness.
How so? Like, how would that look in someone's day-to-day?
It often shows up as recurring patterns, maybe things you feel stuck in. It could be inherited beliefs, things your family has always thought or felt, or even emotional burdens passed down through generations.
Okay, give me an example, maybe.
Sure. Let's say you consistently struggle with feeling secure financially, even if you work hard. That could echo an old ancestral fear, maybe stemming from poverty or loss way back in your lineage. Or perhaps you notice yourself repeating relationship dynamics, maybe ones that look a lot like your parents' or grandparents' relationships. Those can be whispers of these deeper agreements.
So it's about spotting those things that feel sticky, persistent, and wondering if the root goes deeper than just us.
Precisely. It's about awareness first.
How do we cultivate that awareness then? How do you start identifying these potential influences?
It really starts with some honest self-reflection. Asking yourself, what themes keep coming up in my life? What challenges feel really deep-seated, almost like they don't entirely belong to you?
Right.
And exploring your family history is huge here. Were there big traumas, strong, maybe limiting beliefs, unresolved conflicts? These things tend to leave, energetic imprints that can ripple down.
So talking to family, maybe looking at old records, that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, practices like meditation or journaling can be incredibly helpful. They quiet the noise and allow these hidden dynamics to surface. Some people even work with spiritual guides.
Okay, so let's say you start to get a sense. You recognize a pattern, maybe connect it to your family history. You suspect there's an ancestral contract at play. What then? Can you actually do something about it?
Yes, definitely. That's the empowering part. Revoking an ancestral contract is possible. It's a conscious act.
Conscious how?
It's about reclaiming your sovereignty. First, you have to really acknowledge the specific contract you sense and understand its impact on your life now.
Okay, awareness first. Got it.
Then you set a really clear intention. You state firmly your desire to release this agreement. You affirm your own power to choose a different way forward.
And how do you make that stick? Is intention enough?
For some, maybe. But many find rituals really helpful to solidify that intention. It doesn't have to be complicated.
Like what?
It could be something personal, like writing down the contract you want to release, being specific, and then mindfully burning it or destroying it somehow.
Interesting.
Guided meditations specifically designed for cutting these kinds of energetic ties can also be really powerful. Of course, some people choose to work with experienced practitioners, like energy healers or those specializing in ancestral work for support.
But it sounds like the core is your own conscious choice and intention.
Absolutely. And approaching it with respect, respect for whatever lessons might have been learned through that contract, even if it's painful, while still firmly choosing to step into your own present, your own power.
Are there other practices that can help with this healing process?
Oh, yes. Besides focused meditations, energy work like Reiki or shamanic healing can be very effective at clearing out those old energetic imprints linked to the contracts.
Okay.
And engaging in ancestral rituals can be profound too, not just honoring ancestors, but doing so with the specific intention of releasing the burdens you might have inherited while keeping the connection and the wisdom.
So it's not about rejecting your ancestors, but about sorting out what's yours to carry and what isn't.
Exactly. It's about healing your lineage and yourself. These practices deepen that connection, in a healthy way, promoting real transformation.
It really sounds like getting a handle on these potential ancestral contracts is fundamentally about taking charge of your own story.
That's a great way to put it. By recognizing these inherited patterns, these old agreements, and consciously choosing to release what no longer serves you, well, you empower yourself. You start aligning your life more closely with your true essence, your own purpose, free from limitations that weren't yours to begin with.
So maybe the invitation for you listening is to consider, what are those persistent whispers, those subtle patterns in your own life? Could they be echoes from the past, from your ancestors?
And remember the power you hold right now, the power to consciously look at those agreements and, if needed, choose to rewrite them for a future that feels truly your own.
A more liberated future. Thank you for exploring that with us today.